this time we're talking more Reiko and Darius. Now, as far as I am concerned with my Reiko play, Sub, Sector, Striker, Serena, and Darius, and Jax are like the top 6 cameos for him. I don't know about Goro, but I know some people recommend Sonya. I don't like Sonya either. Now, more Darius tech. Now, the obvious example is the command grab. We all know this. I am terrible at it. Anyway, the point is, you know how this goes, right? Command grab, Darius, command grab, whatever. Now, there's a bit more to it than just hitting the command grab combos, right? So the other thing is that you can actually do this. So you can, because of the hit reaction of the spin kick, you can actually get combos on things that normally wouldn't combo. So like 2 and 4, no matter what I do, I can't like even get a poke, right? But little, timing's off, extremely so, but it's an option, right? Just off a safe 10 frame high. You can do a similar thing, I think, with the overhead. Or maybe not. Maybe the back too. Okay, looks like off the back too. Your plus on block high can turn into a combo starter. Might be tricky to get all this down, but these are just more options available to us besides just the command, the obvious thing with the Darius. Now the big one to me is the idea that you can actually use Darius to get your ninja stars to be guaranteed damage, right? And even if they're blocked, even if Darius is blocked, I think you're still plus enough to jail them. So no matter what you do, if Darius gets a hit or blocks, or the opponent blocks or gets hit by Darius, then the ninja stars will follow up, right? And of course you can just add the extra the mid, right? This doesn't include the big one. This is great to have, is that Darius will let you do combos off all your kicks. Not exactly easy. But it allows you to keep the same side and not have to worry about side switching and then losing corner position, stuff like that. And on top of that, if you really want to, you can just do this. And then just walk up, stand 3, command grab, and then you're back on the hit. So Darius just gives you more options than the simple command grab equals this. My favorite, now these I've iterated prior to this that these other examples are great. Now this one is my favorite because it gives your armored wake up a bit more bite than just the normal, I think 11%. You had the Darius kick, the stand 3, and the command grab. I'm betting close to 22-23% off an armor, or maybe 24. I'm not entirely certain, to be honest. It just adds a bit more, a bit more bite. There have been situations that I've attempted to lab. I don't know if they're completely airtight, if it's real or fake or what, but I've labbed situations in which Sub-Zero specifically will do back 2 and low hat, right? We all know the back 2 low hat break armor, and then the back 2. I mean, you can keep it safe and whatever, right? Whatever Sub-Zero, we know the idea, but I was able to get it so that I would take the hit, like this frame where the armor is coming in, like I would get hit, right? So like the overhead and low would put me in a combo state, but Darius would get behind them while I was taking the hit, and Darius would spin kick them or whatever so that I could get a combo. I don't know if it's real. I don't know how real it is, but it worked. It has worked. It's expensive, but it is an option, right? It's just great that Darius has an ambush. Now, the obvious thing on block as well, if this is blocked, right, let it be blocked, right, because you're still plus, and especially you can jail into back 2, which is plus 8 on block, which jails into stand 1 2. So the whole sequence could be like, okay, let me see, and then just pretend they're blocking, right? You could do the whole thing, and then you could go into back 2, into string, into this, like you get a whole bunch more options as far as what you want to do as a Reiko player, especially when you start conditioning, right? Because you can, of course, all this stuff you can do. You can do the same thing with sectors missiles, same thing with strikers grenades. Um, I just find it cool that Darius has more utility than simply, hey, command grab, big damage, right? That's his main thing you want to use him for, of course, but there's just more options to him than just that. Um, Now, the other big move that I like about Darius is the back cameo, because this bad boy right here is very slow, and I think it's punishable. Maybe it's a hard to punish cameo, but I like it because it's just funny. Excuse me. It is just it's just silly, right? You're just throwing Darius around here. Does 12% damage, so it's an okay bit of damage when on hit. But here's the thing: from back here, right? It'll combo for the most part. Yeah, there you go. And so it's a respectable amount of damage from that far away, and on top of that, not many people know how to punish it. I'm sure at high level, pro comp, whatever, that people can punish it no problem, right? But for the most part, most of my gameplays come from Combat League or playing with friends, so realistically, almost unpunishable. I'm sure people will figure it out, but right now I'm getting away with it. It's working. Plus, you can use back cameos. What if a spacing anti-air? If you make the read that they're going to swing in neutral and you think your back three can't reach them, you can kind of throw this out, and it will usually connect. And if not, then I mean the pushback and chip is so much that you're pretty much fine for a decent amount of the cast, unless it's someone like Tanya or Johnny who has the kicks like the back forward four. Plus, this anti-air is pretty well as well. So if we look here,
jump forward.
like the way it hits, it like crosses up to an extent. Like Darius has swung around and like hit Smoke and Scorpion like behind me as they were both teleporting. Like it's pretty silly. So it effectively just don't jump at me or teleport to me, because otherwise you're getting smacked. And of course, like on block, right?
Custom to me. Oh.
You know, on block, because the pushback, it's a little tricky to punish, like I said. And of course, you can clearly see or hear the gap right there, but I don't know, it's an option, right? Or hell, even if you'd like, you take the +8 from, and you know, the +8 or the +2 or +3 off your sweep or buttons or whatever. So it's like from right here, like a lot of people try and contest right here, right? A lot of people try and contest once you get the sweep, and then you can just take a step back and then just swing Darius at them. And if they try and move forward, you get smacked. I don't know. I see a lot more utility in Darius than just command grab equals damage. Of course, like I said, it's the main thing, but it's always nice to find more tools and more things to use. Now, the big one that I want to try to use more is the forward cameo. As I understand it, like if you forward cameo or neutral cameo, if you do neutral cameo, you're supposed to be able to, like, I don't know, there's some weird like reactions of like Darius giving effectively a safe overhead launcher that can also armor break. So for someone like Reiko, that'd be kind of interesting because you have a safe overhead and a plus and block low. So then something like you know, that's like double overheads. That's, you know, plus some, you know, safe low overhead plus some block armor whatever. So there's a whole bunch of different things you can theoretically do with this. I don't know how effective it would be. It really depends on, I think, the armor move your opponent has. Because someone like Sub-Zero, I don't see this really working. Simply because Reiko can't break the armor. Well, he could probably break the armor if he decides to drop everything and then arm or meaty with the mid shurikens, and then Darius might be able to actually just combo from that into whatever. So that might be an idea. But plus, it would make the shurikens completely safe on block and kind of dumb. So it's an option, it's an idea. But the big thing for me is just the idea that the kicks can actually lead to more. The kicks can be plus on block. Like, it just covers all the gaps. It helps them cover gaps and stuff like that. Now, of course, like I said, like Sector and Striker can do all this pretty much the same, with either easier execution, harder execution, or lesser damage or whatever. But I just like the idea that we're already using Darius for the command grabs, obviously, so might as well look at all the tech we can for this character, for this cameo. So yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed. So sorry, I'm tired. Another thing that I kind of appreciate is that Darius can reach from there. And from that far away, like, people won't really be punishing too much, right? Like we mentioned before. So from back here, you can just swing them and, get a bit of chip. And if it hits, then, an extra 12%. So hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.